But what I've seen is people just like, I can't, Adam. I can't go faster. Oh boy. This is new. Did we go dirt bike ride? Yeah. What's up, guys? So today, ooh, there's something in my hair. Oh boy, oh boy. It's gone. Jess here. Thank you for watching. Today I want to talk to you about how to move your dirt bike like on your feet, like walking your dirt bike, because obviously you're supposed to ride your dirt bike, but we all get into these situations where it's rough. There's nothing fun about it right now. I don't know if I can pick my bike up anymore. Or we have to get our bikes like back onto a trail or out of a sticky situation. Or if you have to load your bike by yourself. Like, there always comes times when you have to maneuver your bike for one reason or another. And let me tell you that it is really hard for me. Like, really hard. Like, I fall completely off balance. Sometimes I don't know if it's easier for me to just sit on my bike and try to like use my own momentum from sitting on my bike to get that thing turned around. And it's embarrassing. But I'm in a situation where I need to learn. I'm in a situation where I need to get comfortable maneuvering my dirt bike. So while I ride a 250, today we're working with the 125, and we're going to practice on that because it's a little bit lighter, it's a little bit smaller, and it's going to help me gain my confidence. But if all you have is a big bike, go for it. So let's get to it. Now we're going to take this step by step because I've Googled and I've YouTubed and I've watched a lot of videos, and everybody has something different to say. So let's try all the different ways of doing things and let's see what works best for us. So the biggest struggle I have with my bike, even if I'm taking it out of the barn, is I'm usually in like some sort of tight situation and it's heavy, you know? It throws me off balance. So I'll go to push it and it'll fall this way and I'll be like, whoa, 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 and it'll fall this way and I'll be like, trying to push it back. So the biggest thing I notice is that I'm struggling to find the bike's center of balance. So one thing that I was watching that they recommend is just like, find your bike's center of balance. And then I see my husband do this. He just like pulls the bike out and he's just like, and just pushes the bike. And that's what I do. I go, whoa! I think we need to work on finding the bike's center of balance. Pull your bike out and just kind of, with just like 2 fingers or whatever, just a few fingers, very light touch, find your bike's center of balance. And one exercise that I saw, see, I'm already falling off balance. One exercise that I saw was just to walk around your bike. They did it with just one hand. I'm gonna do it with 2 very light hands just to keep things safe, keep the old TTR safe. Just walk around the bike, finding its center of balance. So we can just be behind the bike and just keep it at, look at it, I'm not even holding it. Keeping it at its center of balance. And the more we get comfortable, I think, with a center of balance, the easier it's gonna be to maneuver it in any kind of scenario. So that's kind of cool. Kind of cool to know. This is something I've never practiced before until right now. So I definitely recommend just giving this a try, getting used to that feeling, getting used to where it sits, used to where it kind of like starts to fall on you. Another thing that I heard is I'm used to just putting my bike into neutral because I can move it, right? I can move it in all directions. But what I watched in the video is to actually put your bike in gear. Put your bike in gear, it can't go anywhere, right? So it's like an automatic brake. So when you're moving your bike, pull your clutch in. Why is it not moving? Go figure, right? Come on, little bike, why aren't you going? Alright, this isn't gonna work on this bike. She doesn't move in gear. I know nothing about bikes, so maybe this is an old bike thing. This girl's old. Alright, so we're gonna have to skip that one. But the whole purpose of it is that when you're in gear, you have an automatic brake if you're not holding your clutch in. So as you're pushing, if your bike starts to roll a certain way, you don't have to worry about holding the brake. You can just use one hand, let go of the clutch, and it'll stop rolling. So the other thing is I'm so used to kind of leaning the bike into me, right? I lean, this is how I move. And what scares me is that I always have this foot peg that's ready to like kill my shins. And so I know that my way of moving the bike like this, it takes up a lot of room. So when I'm in a tight space or I'm trying to get it out of the barn, I don't have all this room and I tend to slam my shins all the time on my foot peg. So what I learned today is like finding your bike's center of balance, and then rather than trying to lean it against you and use your hip and move it that way, which is what I always do, what they say, which again, you can put it in gear, hold your clutch in, put your hand on the rear, find your center of balance, and actually I'm just using my my back hand more so to push it. I'm not even using my front hand. So I do notice that anytime I'm using my front, hands that are in front, I'm pushing my wheels all over the place. So I'm just gonna put my hand on the clutch, hypothetically, my bike doesn't move when it's in gear, put my hand on the back of the seat, and I'm actually going uphill here, so this might be a struggle, but we'll see. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my kickstand up, put my hand back here, and just kind of use more so pressure from here and a little bit of push to move it back this way. And that's so much easier. So this is so much easier for sure. What I want to do now is try to pivot my bike. I have most definitely gotten into situations where the bike needs to move because there's no way of getting it out of that situation. And it's a lot of weight. We're obviously dealing with a lighter bike here. But what I've seen is people just like use their leg to kind of like pivot their bike. So if you need to move the front end or the rear end, you like use the weight and the frame of your bike, which we have nice little handles here, to move your bike. So I've kind of done this before, but mostly probably done it wrong. So I'm just curious to see. I'm gonna kind of do it as slow as I can just to get a feel for it. So, oh boy. Yeah, see, it's not like super easy. That's how that should work. A little bit more like that. Leaning the bike into me. I'm using, now keep in mind, you probably want to do this on the other side though, because this is where the exhaust is and that's going to be hot, but I'm leaning the bike into me, using my legs more than anything, lifting up and pushing. So the whole point of these videos is to let you know that you're not alone. Like if you're just getting started, you're not alone. And I have a gazillion questions and I have a gazillion things that I just know nothing about. And so step by step, I think we can all get through this. We'll all learn one step at a time. So homework for you guys, homework is to get comfortable moving that bad boy of yours, all right? I want you to get comfortable with where its center of balance is. I want you to get comfortable with holding it in all directions. I want you to get comfortable with using it in neutral and then maybe also trying and playing around with putting it in gear and using your clutch. And then that way you don't have to keep your hand on the brake as well. I want you to get comfortable with having that hand on the clutch and having a hand on the seat. And just walk it around your yard, walk it around your driveway, like maneuver it in your garage in tight spaces. Practice pivoting. I'm figuring these things out with you. So give it a go. Let me know how it turned out. Show me your videos. Like, do a video, post a story on Instagram and tag me at either Jessica Nason or tag me at Rad Chick Society, or join our Facebook group at Rad Chick Society Hangout on Facebook there. And I just want to hear from you. I want to see your progression. I want to see like how far you've come, or what maybe your first day of trying to handle your bike looks like. Let me know in the comments as well. Like, what do you want to know? Because I have a million questions, but I'd love to hear what questions you have, because I'm probably in the same boat and it'd be sick to cover that topic. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep the videos coming for you.